Bonjour et bienvenue au Show de Maxime. Aujourd'hui, j'aimerais vous présenter un vieux vidéo que j'ai fait il y a déjà plus de 10 ans en ce qui concerne le retour à l'étalon or. C'est une vidéo qui est encore d'actualité parce qu'aujourd'hui, justement, avec l'activité des banques centrales à travers le monde, tant la Banque du Canada que la Fed aux États-Unis, qui impriment de plus en plus d'argent à partir de rien, bien, ça a toujours un impact sur la valeur de notre dollar et sur notre pouvoir d'achat. Dans ce vidéo, qui date de plus de 10 ans, j'explique bien les avantages d'avoir un système financier mondial basé sur l'étalon or. C'est certain que ce n'est pas quelque chose qui va arriver bientôt et ça doit prendre une coordination internationale pour s'assurer d'avoir un nouveau système financier basé sur l'étalon or. Et c'est des négociations qui devraient avoir lieu un jour, mais je crois que c'est le meilleur système pour une stabilité monétaire mondiale. Donc, je vous invite à visionner ce vidéo. Merci, à bientôt.
Hi, you may have noticed that there is increasing talk of the emergence of new bubbles in the financial news these days. Bubbles in the real estate market, in the stock market, in commodities, bubbles in China, in the United States. What is surprising is that for the past 2 years, we have been going through a crisis that was itself provoked by the bursting of a bubble. How can we experience frantic speculation in various sectors while we are in a crisis? How can prices explode while unemployment continues to grow, production stalls, and consumers are heavily indebted and depressed? The answer is simple, because there is too much money in circulation. Central banks around the world have kept boosting the money supply since the beginning of the crisis. They did the same things after the crash of the dot-com bubble 10 years ago, which brought about another bubble in the real estate sector, which itself crashed 7 years later. And today, we may find ourselves in the same situation, going through an artificial boom that cannot continue for very long. How can we get out of this cycle of booms and crashes? How can we avoid the inflation brought about by excessive creation of new money? Don't forget that inflation is the equivalent of a tax that redistributes wealth in a sneaky way and makes us poorer because of a loss of purchasing power. If those factors seem like out of control today, it's because central banks have an unlimited power to create money and to manipulate monetary levers, such as interest rates. But it was not always so. In most countries, money was linked to gold until the First World War, which means that the quantity of money increased at the same rate of the quantity of gold. Contrary to what is occurring today, banks could not issue more paper money unless they had a corresponding amount of gold. Instead of increasing by 10% or more every year, as is the case today, the quantity of money used to increase by a modest 1 or 2%. Interest rates were not manipulated by bureaucrats. They were determined by the supply and demand for credit, which is to say, by market forces. The 19th century was one of the most prosperous periods of human history, thanks to this system. Prices tended to go down instead of constantly going up. The level of debt of countries and households was under control. Economic crises were short-lived. More and more economists believe that the gradual relinquishing of the gold standard during the 20th century was a mistake. a mistake which brought about the Great Depression, the inflation of the 1970s, and the recessions that keep afflicting us. I agree with this analysis. To return to a stable and sustained economic growth, we need to bring back stability to our money. And in the history of civilization, gold and silver always served as anchors to monetary stability. We run the risk of being forced to get back to such a system in any case. I discussed the fall of the US dollar here some months ago. Things have not gotten better since then, and not only in the United States. In the midterm, we could see a collapse in the value of the paper money used in certain countries, as happened in Argentina, Germany, and elsewhere in the 20th century. Meanwhile, the value of gold is reaching record levels. I believe that within a few years, we will have to hold a serious debate about returning to the gold standard. Until then, there are more immediate measures to discuss, such as the inflation target of the Bank of Canada. I will tell you more about this in my next video message. See you soon, and thank you.